welcome to my channel, Pips-N-Chits. Today I'm going to be unboxing the 2021 Wyrd-Games published board game called Vagrantsong. Now before I get into a little bit more detail, I will apologize up front. I'm just getting off a little bit of a laryngitis if you can't tell, so my voice might drop in and out. I apologize for that. But I really wanted to get into unboxing this game today so I can go ahead and read the manual. I could have waited a few more days for my voice to come back, but the heck with it. I'm a big boy. Let's get right into it. So what is Vagrantsong? Well, Vagrantsong is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players. That being said, there's no reason why you couldn't play it solo. There's plenty of plays online that show solo play. It is a game where you play one of 6 vagrants, if you will, that is going to jump aboard a ghost train. And on this train, there are 3 cards, 3 cars, if you will, that are interlinked together. You'll see that in the game board. And the object of the game is you're going to encounter ghosts, but we're talking, this is early 1920s Americana, so ghosts are actually called Haints. And your characters are going to be moving around with their actions, discovering things in these box cars, and try to give back humanity to these ghosts. And this takes place over a loose campaign of 20 scenarios. Of course, in between scenarios, you'll get a chance to rest, possibly upgrade some of your cards, we'll introduce some new rules, so on and so forth. But if you've ever seen the video game Cuphead or a more recent board game called Townsfolk Tussle, that should give you a really good idea of the type of aesthetic and artwork. So enough of that. Well, I'll take that back. Let me get into a few extra details. It's for ages of 14 and up. Right now, it would be considered a medium weight game, probably 30 to 45 minutes per player. And on Board Game Geek, I'm excited to say it ranks, it has a rating currently of 8.3 out of 10, so very highly rated. And with that, let's get right down, give my voice a rest, and get down to the tabletop, and let's get this thing opened. Now that I have Vagrantsong down at the table here, I'm going to immediately take off the cellophane because you can see the reflection or the glare from my overhead camera. Go ahead and take this off. I'll tell you right now, it's actually a pretty heavy game. I'm probably because of all the cards inside of here right now, but the weight of this box is relatively pretty sturdy. It's got a very glossy cover on it right now. You can still see a little bit of reflection of my camera in there, but this should give you an idea of the type of artwork inside. Here's our ghost train right here, a bone-chilling, spooky adventure. So let's go ahead and flip it over and let's take a look at the back here. It says, haven't had a night's rest since you don't know when. There's a whistling from a train coming around the bend. Out from the darkness, its Haint blue light descends. Hop on board as it passes by. It'll be your bitter end. So let's talk about what's inside the box. Okay, included in the box, we have a train board, a rule book and scenario book, a Bindle Bag, 6 dice, which are D6, 6 playable vagrants, 20 plus Haints and scenarios, over 230 cards, over 80 tokens, and let's read a little bit of the flavor here. You train hop aboard the Silver Ferryman, chasing a dream or running from the past. What you find is a welcomin hand, white glove, stretched skin, and a fiddle player in the distance, playing a tune that's awfully inviting, makes you never want to leave. In Vagrantsong, a cooperative and story-driven ghost battler, you will take on the role of a vagrant trapped on a supernatural ghost train. Face off against Haints, adjust your playstyle with skills and junk acquired along the way, and uncover the secrets of the Silver Ferryman in the spooky and challenging adventure. Okay, we'll set the box top aside. We have our rule book here, which is staple bound here on the side, pretty thick there if you see. The rule book is 40 pages, and it looks like we have some progress trackers and some possibly achievements here on the last page that you can check off for a total of 41 pages. A lot of text. I like that we see a lot of different examples in here. This is definitely a little, probably more intense than a lot of rule books. It seems like there's might be a lot going on, but a lot of colors here. So that's very nice. I like it. It's very glossy, and the overall paper stock is, kind of upgraded there. So let's go ahead and put that aside. We have a little sheet here, Vagrantsong. What's all this stuff? You can visit their website for resources. If there's something wrong, you can go ahead and contact them. Little sheet there. We have a punch out. It looks like some boxes or some containers that you would find on a boxcar train. We have some coffins here, and it looks like these are holes, if you will, that might be go on the train boards itself. Looks like something that might come out of the floor, if you will. Moving on to the next punch board, we have a lot of different tokens, and these are going to be our bindles here, and some different, some different tokens. It is double-sided, really nice and thick. Not sure what all these are. These might be round markers, if you will. We have a special priority target token. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side here. Let me make a little bit of room. All right, we see, here's the game board itself. It's very glossy. We have the Vagrantsong logo down here, but you can see it's very, very shiny here, and it is a tri-fold board. We have our train cars labeled A, B, and then finally C here. We have some trackers up top. We have this humanity here. We have something called breaks over here. We have some places to put our different cards. There's seance, ritual cards here, a question mark. We have cycle track down here. And finally, how many rounds taking place. Very thick, very shiny, very nice board. Next is our scenario book. And just pointing out, before I pull the scenario book out, notice here we have some vacuum seal tray that looks like we have some places to go ahead, some recesses to go ahead and put a lot of those tokens that we saw over here earlier. But let's look at the scenario book. All right, we have a pretty thick scenario book right there. It is, remember, there's 20 scenarios, I believe. And it looks like they're grouped. We have one called Tunnel Vision and Snow Blind and the Bone Orchard. So it looks like scenarios are going to have like a story put together with it, showing you story setup or the chapter setup here, what's going to happen with the various Haints, what the tokens are going to mean for each scenario here. Victory conditions, special events that are going to happen, what happens if you defeat the scenario, or if you lose the scenario, different outcomes are going to happen, and then right into our next scenario here. So a very big, thick book. Again, that artwork is just really phenomenal. I just love this type of artwork, and I'm really looking forward to playing this. I'm assuming this is our Bindle Bag. This is going to be a bag where we're going to put a lot of tokens that we're going to draw out of. We have our dice, or in the game they call them bones, six-sided dice. We have our Vagrant Cards right here. Let's go ahead and open these up. I won't go over every single one of them. But, for example, we have our Curse Bearer, the Tired, and we have some places to put some skills here. Junk, I imagine this is their health up there. and some places to collect or what their starting stats are. And we have a little bit of flavor text or asymmetric flavor text there. They are two-sided. I imagine this is if you are alive, and then if you are ever defeated, you go on the opposite side, because I believe that you become a Haint yourself. So really quick, we have the Curse Bearer, we have the Empress, we have the Revivalist, we have the Runaway, we have the Songsmith, and the Wayfarer. So those are our 6 playable characters. All right, let me move this bag out of the way. We have a bag full of acrylic bases. So we have some clear bases or some like frosted plastic bases. Really thick, very good quality bases here. These are not flimsy in any way, shape, or form. And we also have, it looks like some frosted greenish blue ones. I imagine these might be for the Haints, if you will. Same style, just different color. We have a bag here of different acrylic components. It looks like hearts in different colors. Just pour a couple of these out. These are probably going to be pretty delicate. They're really cool to see. They're flat on one side and have like a little raised edges, diamond cut on the other side here in various colors. I don't want to lose those. I'm going to put it back in the bag real quick. I'm not sure what those tokens actually are. Maybe something for the tracking of your health there. They look to be about the same size and shape as what you see here on the player cards themselves. Okay, next up we have, again, more recess down here. This is really nice. I like that there's places for everything to fit right back into the box here. But we have some more larger cards, if you will. And it looks like these are various numbers here, all the way up to 20. So I suppose that these are individual scenario cards, if you will. There is a front side to these and a back side to these. I won't go through all of them, but there are 20 of them. Very glossy, very easy to read. And since there's 20 of them, again, I'm assuming it's for the 20 scenarios. And it looks like we have a single player aid here. That's too bad. I would have liked for them to include additional player aids. If you're playing with multiple people, I would have liked to seen a minimum of 2, but since it's for 4 players, that's too bad. I wish they would have included 4 of those. Next up is we just have a bunch of cards, and I'm not going to open up all these right now, but these are going to be different cards, wounded cards, I imagine special asymmetric cards, like item cards that you're going to find, some special ability cards here. Well, we'll go ahead and open up one of them, I guess. Again, really apologize for my voice here. I can tell you, all these cards, they're very good quality cards. I mean, these are unlike any cards I've seen in a lot of games. They are glossy, very kind of almost a plastic card, if you will, on both sides. We have just wounded. They're all numbered, so possibly, something would happen. Maybe the numbers probably have some kind of significance. Maybe those cards only come out during certain scenarios, if you will, or they unlock over time. But I won't get into that right now. Lastly are going to be the Haints themselves. Well, I suppose not just the Haints, but our character cards, or our character avatars as well. So in this bag, we have some plastic miniatures, and wow, these are really cool. They are very thick plastic. Let's see if I can hold one up to the camera and see if that focuses in. Double-sided there. These are going to be, instead of your standees, paper standees or cardboard standees, we have this really nice kind of thick acrylic plastic. That's so cool. The artwork on this. I wish more games would do this, to give you an option instead of just doing, if you wanted to keep the cost down, instead of putting out like a ton of miniatures, like some games like this Lord of the Rings miniature right there, go ahead and have these. I can tell you right now that they have a plastic covering on them. Probably want to peel that off. That probably protects the artwork there since they're in the bag. I don't know if I'll take them off immediately or during play. I will take them off. But we have all kinds of different characters in here. Just the artwork on these is just phenomenal. I'll hold up a couple more that you can see. Don't know if that's focusing right there. Well, let me turn it over. See a little bit more of that. I don't want to spoil it because I imagine some of these miniatures or standees will be unlocked over time as you progress through the scenarios. But let's see, one last thing I like to do here before we call it a day. So let's lift the box. Every once in a while, there's always a surprise. And no, there's nothing in the bottom of the box here. I've had a couple of games where if you lift this up, if you lift the inserts up, there might be a hidden card or a hidden token or some kind of special envelope, but not in this one. Anyway, that's the unboxing of Vagrantsong. Again, apologize for my voice. But like I said, I really wanted to go ahead and get this open so I could spend the day reading how to play this game here so I can start myself. So with that, my name is Jason and my channel is Pips-N-Chits. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you wish. And tell me if you've got this game and if you've played it, if you enjoy it, and anything else you want to share with me. For now, take care and we'll see you at the table next time.